Good morning, it's Natalie. So I'm here. I'm in Pilot, Las Cruces, New Mexico. I'm on my way to Texas. Alrighty, so behind the scenes, you guys. Behind the scenes of Hotshot Adventures. I don't really know what's going on here with my new to me PJ trailer. Let's take a look and we'll talk about air ride issues. This is what it looks like now. All new wiring, new battery, new air compressor, everything new. Everything is wired correctly because it was a hot mess when I brought it home. So did all of this. Everything looks nice and brand new. Obviously you can tell there's no clearance between the trailer and the top of the tire, so I can tell that, and based upon this I have no air in the airbags, right? So I go to flip, I got nothing. So this is a battery. Always keep a battery charger or a jumper box, whatever you can, something in your truck or trailer. So let's go get that and see. Let's go get that and see if my jumper box will start this battery. Now, again, background information behind the scenes. Yesterday, I slept in the truck. I am alone on this trip. Lexi is at home and I slept in the truck. I forgot to turn the whatever, motor, airbag, or whatever, battery. I forgot to turn the airbag system off. So hopefully this is just a simple fix because I forgot to turn that off. If it is not, whoops, I can't run this trailer with no airbags. So unfortunately, if this is, here's my battery box. If this is not the problem, then I have a big problem. So let me hook it up and we'll take a look. Okay, I just connected my red and my black. Again, this is a brand new battery, so I hope I did not ruin it. And here is my battery box. As soon as I plugged in my battery box, it made a beepy noise. I hope that's a good thing, but we're gonna put it in the on position. Here's my little on and off switch. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Jeez Louise. Alrighty. Well, that's good. Chinese fire drill averted. Now let me share with you the other problem I'm having, another behind the scenes. So, you know, I am not mechanically inclined, you guys know this. So when I have an issue, it's a lot more concerning for me because I don't have the experience in mechanical type stuff that a lot of you guys have. So last night I was driving through Arizona and the truck started giving me a fault code. I would hit a big bump, like a really big bump, and the truck would say trailer disconnected. And I still had lights. I pulled over, I still had lights, but I no longer had brakes. Again, I don't like wiring. It's so frustrating because you never know where it's at. Now, thank God, at least I have learned this much, that before you hit the road, especially with a new to you piece of equipment, right? The PJ trailer is a 2013. It is 2021 right now, so it is new to me. And even though I've run through it, we've changed some lights. I've done some stuff. I won't go over the huge laundry list, but I did try to prepare myself for this trip, this virgin trip for this trailer. Now, I was getting, every time I go over a bump, I get trailer disconnected, fault, right? Fault code on my truck. So I pull over, and long story short, I think I have figured out that it is somewhere in the pigtail. And like I had started to tell you guys, at least I have learned enough to prepare for my trip and to bring as many pieces of equipment and parts and tools with me. I have found that if you have the part on you, it's sometimes very easy to find a mechanic to do the work for you if you are like me and don't know how to do it yourself. But if you don't have the part, don't have a mechanic, and now you're stuck at a truck stop, then your chances of getting anywhere quickly are very slim. So I try to carry at least some parts with me. One of the things I did purchase, I purchased a lot of stuff at the trailer dealership when I purchased this PJ trailer. One of the things I purchased was 2 brand new pigtails, because I know and I have had pigtail issues, right? I have another pigtail, and I've been messing with the electrical cord, the pigtail. I've been messing with it a little bit last night, and that's how I know it's the pigtail, because when I mess with it, everything is fine, and then 150 miles down the road I hit a big bump, and then it says disconnected again. So it's hit and miss, but there must be a short somewhere in the pigtail or in the junction box. So I'm gonna pull that apart in a little bit. You may or may not tag along with me, but again, those were the issues that I actually woke up to this morning after sleeping in my truck. So one of those things. Try to be as prepared as you possibly can and try to make the best of it. So we'll see how far I get. Oh, let me show you this really quick. Okay, so this is still charging. All right, I'm gonna disconnect my box. I disconnected it and now it doesn't sound very good. Let me reconnect it. Now it sounds better. All right, I think I'm gonna leave it charging a little bit. Air pressure is at 45 and it'll shut off at 120. So I think I'm gonna leave it charging for maybe another 10 or so more minutes, see how it goes. But now you can see I have clearance from the trailer to the tire, and if I can stand really steadily, you will see that it is going up. Once it hits 120, the air compressor will shut off. So let's take a look at the airbags. Here's the airbags, you guys. So that's fully open. It's not fully inflated, but it is fully open. Yeah, so that's what it looks like as it has air in it. It's not full of air, but it is filling up. So, and then you can see the other one in the back on the other side. And then let's take a look over here. There's those two. What is that on my airbag? Oh, it's just a stick. It looks like a giant rip. It looked like a giant tear. So, more stuff to inspect on this trailer. Nothing wrong with that. Just different. It's just different. So now I gotta get used to airbags. Gotta get used to batteries, turning them off, turning them on. All of that good stuff. I'm gonna let this run for a little bit and we'll see how that goes. Alrighty, so it just shut off. It just shut off. It's over 120, what about almost 130, whatever. So plenty of air in the bags. I am going to leave this still connected, and we're gonna go back over to the pigtail. Take a look at this. I'm just gonna show you guys really quick. Okay, so it's really hard to see, but right by my nail. Here, this one. See, everybody else has like, almost like a little smiley face or something. But this one, right here, is missing one. One is broke off and it's partially corroded. So I have a feeling that that's probably my issue. I'm gonna get down the road and then I'll replace the pigtail. We'll go from there. You know, it's holding for now. If it gets to be a more of an issue as I go down the road this morning, then I'll just pull over and do the pigtail immediately. But pigtail is has a junction box. That bottom box right there, you guys, it's a junction box. So I'm gonna have to pull it open and change, like disconnect all the wires and change all the wires. So I really don't want to do that now. I just want to drink my coffee and drive. I just want to drink coffee and drive, you guys. The joys of being an independent owner operator. I get to do all this stuff in addition to drinking coffee and driving. Alright, you guys, so the saga continues. I'm about $300 in the hole now, and I found a gentleman here in El Paso at the truck stop to, sorry, I don't have my microphone on, to put my new pigtail in under that junction box, which is the bottom box. The wires are all messed up, okay? They're messed up. They're all, green was going to black, and you know, all this stuff. So no wonder why right now I'm on my literally third battery. I just bought this right here. There's AutoZone. I just bought this from AutoZone, 8 miles from the truck stop where the guy did my pigtail and fixed all my wiring. He did the work, but I had to spend the last hour and a half on the phone with my mechanic at home. Whew, because you know, this guy was just kind of doing the work, but he really didn't know. So he charged me 150 bucks. Of course, he still did the work. I'm still very grateful. I just turned in the dead battery because my jumper box is, you know, I can't stuff this box into this area in order to trickle charge or, you know, charge the old battery that I killed because the wiring was bad. So fingers crossed, God willing, I'm about $300 in the hole, and on my fourth hour. I'm on my fourth hour right now. El Paso is very hot to be doing work like this. So I'm gonna plug in this battery, cross my fingers, and go down the road about 100 miles or so and stop and check everything. Hopefully everything will be fine now that I have fixed the wiring issue and the battery issue. So fingers crossed, you guys. All right, we're going up, you guys. Look, this whole situation drives me to drink. I never get soda. I had to get a soda. Oh my Jesus. All right, it's charging, new batteries in. I just left the house, you guys. I rewired this. Well, I didn't. Obviously, you guys know I didn't, right? But I had the whole airbag system, new compressor, all new wiring. You know, my wonderful mechanic and I sat there for hours, you know, doing whatever, soldering stuff and putting wires together, whatever we did. I don't know. But I mean, it looks great, and all the wiring is what all the wiring here was right. Now I have, you know, my first trip with this damn trailer, and I find out that the wiring was you know, bad at the pigtail and the junction box. So shame on me for not even looking in the junction box. And that's something that, you know, that's something that comes with buying used equipment, you guys. But don't ever think that with new equipment stuff doesn't go wrong. my rule of thumb is always trust no one, double check everything. And even though that's my rule, I still fall short with that. So shame on me for not checking the junction box. If I would have opened it up when my mechanic was doing this whole airbag, you know, wiring, we could have straightened it out then, and that could have saved myself, well, right now I'm at about 250, 300, and like I said, 4 hours of playing with this. So, you know, I could have saved it while doing this at home, but unfortunately, it's not something that I caught, not something that I double checked. And let this be a lesson to you, whether you buy used or new, double check everything, you guys. Double check, because the guys who are manufacturing, the guys at the warehouse putting these trailers together, I don't care if you pay $25,000 for a trailer or $9,000 for a trailer, they fall short as well. And I don't care what name brand you buy. I have heard stories on every different, damn near every different trailer, something new and can still go wrong. So just you know, double check everything as much as you can and learn along the way, just like I'm doing. I'll see you guys. All right, so the air compressor just shut off. I'm just over 120 psi. I'm just gonna do kind of like a touch test on all of these wires and make sure none of them feels hot. A hot wire could be a problem. So everything feels okay. That feels hot, but I think that's normal. All right, I'm gonna go down 100 miles and take another look at it.